Welcome. VIVIRLIFE presents
The soul takes no fame.
Welcome, and thank you for being here. Disclaimer: this is our personal and creative vision. Does not replace official, legal, medical, or professional information. Each viewer should interpret it according to their own judgment and values. We share it with respect and honesty. Thank you.
The soul takes no fame.
Let me tell you this. So they don't say over there, why didn't you tell them? Please take note of this. I respectfully ask that you write it down and keep it in mind. Before entering the main message, remember this. What you do matters. What you avoid matters. And the soul keeps everything. Just to let you know that all of this comes from a place the ancients called pleroma, and that the soul deep inside still remembers. A home almost no one mentions, but one that roots this entire topic, all of the story, all of the struggle. Before we begin, I want to speak to you the way humanity has spoken for thousands of years. Different names, different beliefs, different books, all circling around the same question, the soul. Ignorantly, some people called it spirit, others essence, others light. Religion shaped it, philosophers debated it, elders tried to explain it, science avoided it. But humanity never stopped searching for it. In Egypt it was Ka and Ba, in Greece Psyche, in India Atman, in Christian writings the inner man, in Buddhism a mirror of actions, and in Sumer, the oldest known civilization, in what is today Iraq. They said the soul was a whisper that survived death, and my vision is the same, a whisper that stays alive. That does not fade, that does not break, and that keeps speaking even when the body can no longer do it. No culture ever defined it fully, but all agreed on something. The soul does not leave empty. It carries what you gave, what you avoided, what you did with courage, and what you abandoned. Today we're going to talk about the soul, not the spirit, about the soul. Its weight, its cleansing, its destiny. We'll talk about the spirit later, if you want. First, clear and direct. The soul and the spirit are not the same. And today, we speak only about the soul. The soul feels. Doubts get stained. Regrets. The soul carries wounds, choices, fears. The soul can rise or get lost. The spirit is another hierarchy. But that is not today's topic. Today is about the soul and its path. The goal is simple and hard. The soul must rise to the spirit, clean itself, recognize itself, awaken. If it doesn't do it in life, the soul reaches death blind, confused, and yes, it meets the spirit in the end. But if it never sought it before, it's already too late. To die with a clean soul, that is the challenge. That is the goal. And all of the story, all of this ascent, points toward that hidden place, the pleroma. We'll speak about that later. The soul carries no fame, no speed, no appearance. It carries something deeper, heavier, impossible to hide. It carries what you live with courage, and also what you avoided out of comfort. And that part burns the most. Comfort wounds. It makes you skip decisions that slowly rot, because you feared facing the truth. The soul keeps what you silenced, when your silence hurt more than the truth. It keeps what you abandoned, not because of real limits, but because of fear disguised as an excuse. Every betrayal, especially the ones where you betrayed yourself to fit in, to not bother, to not lose, and everything you did wrong, even though it was wrong, and still you did it, not as punishment, but as memory that weighs, that burns, that follows you. When the body falls, the brain stops, the heart shuts down. Consciousness continues. Even if you deny it, that inner voice never left you. Many see things. Angels, Jesus, Buddha, Allah, parents, grandparents, the love of their life. They feel welcomed, received, forgiven, but it is not them. These are projections of the brain, echoes of your life, illusions to avoid the confrontation. The brain wants to comfort you, to make you believe you are safe. But the soul is not fooled. It accepts no tricks. The faces, the peace messages, the feeling of it's over. All illusion. The true encounter is with yourself, with what you did, what you didn't do, what you hurt, what you never fixed. There is no avoiding it, no skipping it, no pretending. I speak like this because we have been there. And when that moment comes, be clean, be real, be conscious. The soul does not carry lies. It carries truth. It is not judgment nor punishment. It is a mirror without filters. Everything you lived, avoided, silenced, ignored, there is where truth begins. No one escapes themselves. The soul becomes your mirror. Lie with honesty. Speak truth. Repair what can still be repaired. Stand firm, even if the body no longer follows. Because in the end, the only thing you take is how you lived when the soul meets itself. Not everything is weight or shadow. There is light too. Good deeds appear first. Not as rewards, but as warmth. Every act of courage, every truth spoken, every sincere forgiveness, every gesture made without expecting anything back, shines with softness that does not wound. It is divine peace, not imposed, born from within, not a piece of forgetting, but of understanding. Here the soul remembers that God, or the light, or the source, does not need to punish, because the true divine nature is balance. The soul feels a harmony like a silent music, a deep certainty that it loved, that it did what was right, that it was sincere even in its fragility. And when the scale leans toward the light, there is no pride or vanity, only gratitude. Peace arrives without words, without demands, without temples. It arrives as a presence that embraces, that does not judge, that simply is. Because the most beautiful part of the soul is not what it suffers, but what it remembers having loved. Imagine if all of us changed just a little while we're alive. One more act of courage, one truth spoken at the right moment, one forgiveness offered without pride, one act of love expecting nothing back. The world doesn't transform through miracles, but through the small choices we make or avoid. If each of us adjusted just one thread of our soul, the whole fabric of humanity would shift, because light doesn't come from great heroes, but from the quiet bravery we live every day. So live with intention, fix what can still be fixed, and love a little more. While you're still here, thank you for listening. Stay firm, stay aware, stay alive, truly alive. See you on the path. Thank you for your support. Subscribe and follow the journey. Be safe.